What's up, everybody? This is Jose from Southern Life. On today's video, it is 1:44 in the morning and we're going to drive through Sarasota. Now, I was Uber driving and I quit because I haven't been able to get any rides. There's just haven't been any rides, and I've kind of quit for the evening. It's been kind of disappointing Uber driving tonight. I'm on Siesta Key, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna drive through Sarasota, basically. We're gonna drive through Sarasota at night. It's 1:44 in the morning, and I'll show you guys what it looks like here. Now, Siesta Key is usually very lively, very active, but it's the time of the year known as the off season where everything's dead. So I know there's some clubs and some people out and about, and it looks like, some, for being 1:44 in the morning, a lot of towns in the United States at 1:44 in the morning, there's nothing going on, and I mean nothing. So this is better than, a lot of towns in the United States, but for being Sarasota, it really is impaired because it's the off season. This is the dead season, when there is the least amount of tourists, the least amount. Please don't tell me that thing is squatted. It about blinded the life out of me from half a block. You'd have done blinded the life out of me. I can't even see where I'm going with them lights right there. That thing is squatted, man. I can't see a dang thing outside of that windshield with that. So yeah, it is the off season, the dead season, and while there are some parties going on, I've waited 20 minutes for an Uber ride, and I've just, this is stupid, let's go home. So, we're going to go from Siesta Key through downtown and then off into the wilderness of North Sarasota on my way home. And this will give you guys an idea of what type of movement there is in Sarasota late at night, what the vibe is. And this is an Uber driver right here listening to freaking Destiny's Child. These Uber drivers are so freaking creepy. They listen to like the creepiest music and drive like the most like pedo type cars, like Kias, and like they're not cool, bro. You ain't got a truck, dog. These Uber drivers is some creepy folks, man. They is really, man. And that thing windshield wiper's a little dirty. Let me see if I can get some of that dirt up off that mug. Hold on, y'all. See if it looks a little bit clearer. Let's go. This is Saratoga, Florida, man. The 941 in the freaking dead part of the year. Tonight, nothing too crazy with the Uber drivers, passengers. I mean, nothing out of the ordinary. It's been kind of a bleh type of night. Nothing crazy. Well, to begin with, I haven't even had that many passengers to have any wild stories tonight. It's been really bad. I mean, for a Saturday night, so you go out on a Saturday night and only make $40 Uber driving, that should just give you an idea how economically deprived this area is during the summer. Fight? Oh, they're going to fight? They're going to fight? Great. That's just wrong. I wouldn't even fight nobody like that. That's just a wrong thing to do. People are screaming. But 1:47 in the morning, people are drinking, they're aggressive, and I don't even think I'd want to pick them up even if I could, man. This whole Uber driving thing really takes some courage at times. This guy is an Uber driver, and he's just parked right up front. I'm just gonna go around. What an environment. All you can smell is the alcohol, and it's not like it's the people, after they've digested the alcohol and the smoke. It's really disgusting out here. It's no longer fun this late at night. It's just a bunch of drunks. Oh, these are the guys with the squad truck. I don't even understand why you do something like that. Let me just go talk to them because I don't even understand why. Why would you do something like that to a truck? Oh, they're listening to Squad. Oh, did I just say that? I'm sorry, I'm singing along. Hey, I squatted with the waddy, down on the daddy with the daddy. So I didn't really say it though. I kind of almost like I was just like mumbling. With the daddy. This is a problem with singing along to rap music, man. God, these girls saw the squad truck and like, there's some real man in there. There's real man to drive squad trucks. With the doodie, you the doodie with the daddy, you know. Tell you what, man, we gotta squat these things or we ain't gonna get no women out here.
Huh?
We ain't gonna get no women out here unless we squat these things. Tell you what, these squatted trucks, man, they get all the girls. Anyways, what is that? I don't know what the crap is that. With the da-da. I don't know what is that? It's not Ja Rule, it's Ja Rule? What the crap is? Are the cops over there? Right, the cops. Let's see what happened. And you know, Siesta Key's a nice, classy place, but it really goes downhill at night. Hey, with the daddy, with the what is that? It's not. Is that Juvenile? What is that? What is it? I think it's Juvenile. I didn't really say that, did I? I don't know what I've been driving all night. I'm tired. I don't know what I was just mumbling along. I didn't know what the crap I said down there. With the daddy, with the dad. The police is here. I would just arrest all of them. That's what I would do. Quite literally, I'd arrest all them folks who drinking and smoking marijuana. I would just lock them all up. I would just lock them all up. Just all of them. I would just lock them all up for smoking like that. That's wrong. I would never do nothing like that. That's just wrong to be smoking like that. Okay, buddy, you got to get out because we're both in big trucks. There we go. That's just a wrong thing. That's just the wrong thing to do like that. Smoking like that in public, that ought to be illegal. That's a beauty about Florida. You know, here's like every last one of these like little clubs is people smoking. It's illegal in Florida, but nowhere else in America do people smoke more than Florida. Let's get out of here. I'm tired of this place. You know, Siesta Key, it's a nice, you know, classy little resort town type of place, but it goes to crap this late at night. It really does. And I guess one of the downsides of living here full time would be that you're constantly dealing with all these idiots that are here drinking and smoking. It's on a ballot for November, and it's probably going to become legal. And it's not going to be a surprise if it becomes legal because that's all people in Florida ever do. It's like people come to Florida and they act like it's legal, you know? It's not. But, you know, here's a bunch of people smoking and cops right there, and that's the way the world is today. Cops are only for decoration. And people think cops are for, you know, some serious purpose, and they're just for decoration these days. It's really a shame. This is the time when cops are brave and heroic. Is this guy with the squatted truck again? I couldn't see a dang thing down there. I couldn't even figure out where I was going with that squatted thing down there. That thing was squatted down there. I tell you what. Let's get off the island and get to downtown Sarasota. You get the idea. This is a really slow night here. Usually it's a lot more active. This mount keeps angering me. It keeps moving on me. Let me see if I can get it tighter. I can't stand this electronic dance music. It's like if it's your first day on FL Studio, you can make a freaking electronic beat. It just clap, 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 clap. I'd arrest every last one of them. That's what I would do. This cop is deaf. He can't even hear me. I was like, hey, get him, lock him up. Just lock them all up, man. What happened to law and order? All these people here smoking that stuff like it's legal in front of cops. That's the weird thing about Florida. It's just, I think now with the cop here, there might be more Uber passengers. But I'm tired. I've only made $40 tonight. $10 more isn't going to make or break me. I'm ready to leave. I really am. I've had enough. They've been stepping up police patrols in a lot of the DUI type areas. It's been really bad with the DUIs in Sarasota. There's even been, I think, a police officer hit a woman or something recently. It's been pretty crappy with the DUIs. there's just too many people drinking and driving. So these guys are fighting or making out or what are they doing in that parking lot down there? I wouldn't even. It's a pretty crappy environment. It really is. Bunch of squatted trucks hanging out and stuff like that. That's just wrong. I wouldn't even do nothing like that. So yeah, the full-time residents, people depend on, you know, like regular jobs here. If you're thinking about moving to Florida, the labor force here absolutely sucks. This time of year, all the tourists leave, man, and you can't extract $1 from this place. Like, literally, tonight, Uber driving $40. What the crap is that, bro? Like, I literally waited for 20 minutes. I just got tired of waiting. I'm not going to sit here like an idiot waiting. I'll just upload a YouTube video or something, you know, do something valuable with my time. And then, not only that, I've wasted half a gas tank. Because I drove from... So really, when you look at the gas, what I've spent on gas, I haven't made any money tonight. And I've dealt with individuals that were so drunk and disorderly that they could have tried to close my account. I had one person that I think was kind of suspicious in their intention and the conversations they were having. It didn't seem really wholesome. They tried bullying me. They got in the car and they were drinking. And I said, hey, no open containers in the car. It's the law. The law in Florida is no open containers, so you can't have an open container. Well, these little kids, which might have been more decent if they weren't so drunk. Maybe they're just too drunk to be decent. But they were on. I recorded them too with the GoPro just in case they try to lie or something. I don't think guys would do that. Women are really the vengeful passengers, or women. Guy passengers, you could put up a crap. Guys put up with anything. Women are the real hassle on Uber. They're more vengeful and make up stories, and they're just real tragic. But these kids, you know, they wanted to get in the car drinking. I was like, hey, bro, you know, you can't have an open container in a vehicle, you know? It's like, I'm getting to the point where you have to pat down these people before they get in the car or something. Like, well, how much can I do? What, can I pat people down before they get in the car? You know, what am I supposed to do? But these kids were thinking that they were going to get in the car while drinking. I said, no, dude, you got to finish that outside or throw it out or something. And, you know, I've been doing Uber now for like 4 or 5 months, and it seems like in the last month is the only time I've really had this problem. I think it might be like a seasonal thing where people think now in the summer they can do that. It's like, I don't know if it's a felony, but it's definitely, yeah, you don't want to get caught with an open container in a car in Florida. You're going to lose your license. I'm going to lose my Uber privilege. My car going to get towed. I'm going to get arrested. It's illegal. You can get arrested for it. And these people think they can just walk in your car with an open container and you ask, hey, you know it's illegal. Oh, yeah, I know it's illegal, man. You can get arrested. So if it's illegal, why are you doing it, bro? Why are you trying to come in my car? Oh, I didn't think it'd be a big deal. Is it a big deal for you? You're using an Uber. Oh, so it's okay for you to do it, but I can do it? No, dude. I can get in trouble for this, but you can't? Screw you, man. Some of these Uber passengers are belligerent. They are just so disrespectful. And then when they got in the car, so I waited like 2 or 3 minutes. Now, I hadn't started the ride yet. I let them drink outside, so I'm charging them for their wait time. I don't know if they caught on to that. Because I don't accept the ride until it's sitting in the car. I'm moving, by the way. Then one of them started trying to like bully me, harass me. But I flipped it hard on him. And then he got to the point where he started whining and crying. I said, oh, you want to be a bully? Let's go. Because he wanted to be a bully, and I guess he, I don't know why he did. And even the guy that was with him was like, hey, dude, you need to stop it. Like, you're being, you know. But they got me started. Either way, recently I've had a lot of these people, and they think it's like, oh, it's not a big deal for them. Oh, you know. Oh, it's okay, man. We're making a big deal out of it. I'm going to make a big deal. I'm going to get arrested. I don't know who you are. I'm not going to get arrested over you. You know what I mean? I'm not going to get arrested for you. I don't know who the crap you are. It's super disrespectful, and it's happened to me several times. It's probably happened to me 4 or 5 times in the last 2 weeks, where guys think that they're just going to get in your car, or females as well. I got 3 or 4 of these on video. It's been a problem. I got them on video, and I saved the videos. I'm okay. This is an ongoing problem with Uber. People who think they can get in your car with an open container. Like, dude. And you know, I talked to another passenger about this yesterday. And he gave me a real logical explanation. It's just that people today are so used to breaking the law that this is normal for them. They think it's normal to go inside a car with alcohol. They think it's normal to smoke illegal substances, and they think that's all. It's normalized. Doing things like those sorts are normalized. So for them, it's just another day in the park. But for me, I'm not gonna let nobody smoke in my car. I'm not gonna let you have an open container in my car. But for them, it's become normalized. This might be another police officer here. There might be somebody fishing, probably. It's probably somebody fishing. Slow down. Sometimes people on the bridge, they get high on the bridge at night. And there's a one short on my YouTube channel where you can see the guys, and they're actually running on the bridge at night, and they're actually like fighting on the bridge. It's a short that I did. They were running. All of them were running across the bridge because they were so stoned out of their minds. But it's, I guess, people, to them, it's normal to get in a car with alcohol or, smoke something that's illegal. That's normal for them. So they think when they go in your Uber car that they can do all these things. And I'm like, nah, not with me, buddy. I don't do any of that stuff. So you're not going to do it around me. And how hard, it's a 15-20 minute ride. How hard is it to behave for 10 minutes, Is it really that hard to behave for 10 minutes? And people dish out stuff to other people that they wouldn't deal with themselves. That's the irony of this whole Uber driving thing, is that there's people that dish out all types of bad things on you, things that they wouldn't tolerate. Like last night I had a lady that flipped out on me because I went into the wrong neighborhood. Now she gave me a really good tip. I acted professionally and I handled it right. So she, to make up for it, paid me a really good tip. But she didn't tip me good because she was going to tip me good. She tipped me good because she knows she messed up. She put in the wrong address and she flipped out on me like if I was taking her somewhere to hurt her or something. And it was her that put in the wrong address. And, human mistakes happen. But the way she got terrified. She's like, don't leave me here. Don't take me to this neighborhood. I'm like, well, I gotta go in this neighborhood every night, man. Sometimes I'll get an Uber ride to a good neighborhood, and then when you get in the car, they change the address, and then you're like, oh, no, we're going over here now. And then you're like, oh, I don't want to go in that neighborhood. I would have never even picked you up if I had known. Late at night, the other thing that they do is they change, like let's say they're going to a bad neighborhood, they'll put in a good neighborhood, and when you get in the Uber, they change the address to a different area, and now you're not getting the same ride you thought you were getting. And sometimes it's in the opposite direction of town. And if you're getting the ride because, convenience, then you're stuck going in a direction you weren't planning to go. Like I would never take a ride going south late at night if I'm trying to go home. I take it north to get back to Bradenton. And like that, bro, you have a lot of people that are constantly doing all types of misappropriations. And, they think it's okay for them to treat their Uber driver like crap or disrespectful. But then, if you do the smallest thing, they go and exaggerate it to try to get your account canceled. People are just disrespectful. They really are. The amount of disrespect that you have to put up with people who are Uber driving, it's unreal. It's like, people are seriously disrespectful. And, Uber's taught me that, when I first started Uber driving, I had a lot of ego or pride, you could call it. And I've learned to just swallow that. And not so much be confrontive, but be more strategic with people. And that is a great quality, I think, that I've been able to enhance through being an Uber driver, because the money in this isn't great, but the experiences, I think, are very, I think sometimes they're fascinating, they're educational, they're kind of sharpen you up a little bit, I think the experience is good. You learn a lot. You really do. And I think part of the experience, you could say, of Uber driving sharpens you up, prepares you, makes you more able, lively, active. You're more alert. You learn how to deal with situations. Because if somebody's disrespecting you under your terms, you can just drive off and leave them there, but then they're going to report you, and then so you learn a lot of ways to evasive maneuvers on dealing with people, which are more proactive than just your gut feeling of telling somebody to, you know, can't do that as an Uber driver, because eventually you'll have your account closed or, you know, whatever. So you learn the different ways to handle problems, and you learn patience that before you probably didn't have. So I can say it's been a pretty good learning experience. Don't see me doing this forever. And there are times when it's fun, like during the season when you're dealing with purely tourists. What a speed bump there. A speed bump that was. When you're dealing with tourists during the summer along the beach, there's times when it's really a lot of fun. But let me tell you, there are times when it's just pessimistic. Every night has a different vibe. Like tonight is a very pessimistic night. Tonight's the type of night where somebody's getting shot. Tonight's the type of night where tomorrow when you look in the news, somebody got shot somewhere. It just has that bad, heavy vibe. And there's other nights where the vibe is more lively, optimistic, positive, enjoyable. And that is a very, very crappy night. So we're nowhere south of downtown. In the daytime, you'll be seeing some beautiful homes here. This is a very wealthy little area. It is now 2:05 a.m. These speed bumps are serious. Go real slow. Ahead of us is downtown Sarasota, and behind that is the airport. So we're going to drive in that direction. If downtown looks like 2:30 is usually when downtown shuts down, so I might try to get a ride back towards the interstate. I'm not even sure. We'll see. But as you can see, it's taken a little bit to drive over here, and Siesta Key is usually, it's a no-fail site. I mean, if you drive to Siesta Key, you're getting a passenger. I mean, literally, to think that I drove to Siesta Key and drove out without a passenger, that's crazy. I mean, that's bad. It's a dead part of the year. But when I first started Uber driving, you know, I was very affirmative, very confrontive. And you now, you know, so you notice something wrong. First, you have to notice what the problem is before it even arrives. Like, you know, I think a great asset that I've learned for myself of Uber driving is identifying the problem before it even begins. You know, somebody gets in the car and they smell a certain way, you might want to address that right on the spot, you know, and end the ride right then and there. Start recording before you tell them you're going to end the ride so that they can't try to lie. Then you have to report them before they report you. Because you end the ride on somebody and they'll report you, man. They'll try to make your life miserable, and they know they're the ones that are doing something illegal, but there's always a new gimmick and a new trick with these passengers, you know. And it's evolving. Like right now, the biggest thing is people trying to get in the car with open containers. I had these girls, they got in the car with open containers, and then when they noticed the camera, they freaked out and then walked out, you know, dumped them, and then got back in the car because they noticed there was a camera in the car. So it's been, but again, it's like the passengers are always super disrespectful. Like, it's them always being disrespectful. And once they drink, some people are pretty cool, but some people, when they drink, they just don't know how to behave, bro. And it's always like skinny little young kids that then you probably don't drink, and then when they drink, they just become a handful, you know. But it is now 2:07. We're heading towards downtown. It's 82 degrees. Humidity's not too bad. We've had a lot of rain and cloud cover lately, a lot of storms in the area, and that kind of helps cool things down a little bit. And you'll see increased police patrols here. Lately, police patrols have increased dramatically. I think this isn't even Main Street yet. I wasn't even supposed to be turning yet. It's the next light. You'll see increased police patrols, and that's part of the changes lately. Is you know, there's been this city's notorious for DUIs. It's the thing with Sarasota. Sarasota is just notorious for DUIs, and there's been a lot of pedestrian accidents. So, you know, they have to do something about it. And it seems like, at least temporarily, I don't know how long it's going to last, but for now they're trying to put a cap on the DUI situation. And it's interesting they do it now during the summer when it's all locals. Why don't they do it during the winter when all the people are here, huh? Interesting that it's now in the summer that they're cracking down on people. I think that's an interesting time of the year to do that. Why not during the winter when all the snowbirds are here? Nope, it's in the summer when they crack down on everything. Because they don't want the snowbirds to see all that police activity and stuff. I don't know. Question mark. Why is this happening during the summer, not during the winter? There's a lot of people out and about. Look at this. It is 2:09. You see the vibes. We're saying cuss words and stuff. It's a pretty crappy vibe. Main Street. This time of night, the vibes really get crappy. Just you can tell people are really kind of aggressive, masculine vibes, talking loud. You know, I don't like vibes like that. Lots of DUIs, man. You got to be brave to walk in front of a car in this city at night.
Yo, we got an after party today.
Look at that. I'm not interested in being around you. We got an after party cut. I'm like, yeah. What's happening, man? What's happening, man? What's up? Yo, little dog got an after party. I don't want to be around drunk, stinky people. I like vibes till like 10 o'clock at night. I like normal. Like, you can drink and be happy, man. Drinking makes you happy. But I don't know. People just get kind of quiet tonight. Quieter than usual. But it is 2:11 in the morning on a Saturday. And there's a lot of people out and about. Not as much as during the winter, but I mean, that's the thing about Sarasota is that even on a slow night, the slow light's not too slow, you know. The hot dog place, there's a place. There's not too much open late either way. You be careful with the drunk people. They'll walk right out into another road. Oh, it's actually parking available here. Uy, sí, Yandel. Le metí un jugo de sigo aquí comiéndome un cable en mi cabeza está agitando. Who would want to pick up somebody out of this crowd? I wouldn't. Tell you what, man, just lock them all up, man. They're all out of control. Just lock them all up, man. These folks are just out of control out here. But Florida's an interesting place. It's the only place in America where it's illegal, and you'll see somebody smoking in front of the cops. I would just lock up every last one of those folks. I wouldn't even have any mercy on them. I would just lock them up. I would just lock them all up. I wouldn't have any mercy on them. Right there, I would just lock them all up. But, lock them all up. That's what I would do. Nothing like Florida. To see somebody light one up in front of a cop, even though it's illegal in this state, it's a weird place. It really is, man. It's a place of law and order, according to some people. I think it's the most disorderly place in the dang world down there. That's just wrong. But it's safe enough where you can actually be out at 2 in the morning. There's not too many people out and about in Montgomery at 2 in the morning. You would have to be out of your mind to be out and about in Montgomery. This girl waiting for an Uber right there. She's just waiting for that tuber down there. I'm gonna tell you, I don't see a good Uber scene here tonight, so we're just going home. And now in Bradenton I can get more passengers, but Bradenton is so dangerous that it's not even worth it. You'll get way more passengers in Bradenton. A lot of Uber drivers are just afraid of Bradenton at night with reason. I mean, you have to be prepared to die in Bradenton at night if you're Uber driving. And I think I'm going to try Bradenton. It's more dangerous. It's crazy to think that on a Saturday night I have to go to Bradenton to Uber drive because, you know, in downtown Sarasota, it's quieter towards this end at night, but they're putting in a Cuban restaurant somewhere around here. I don't know if they've opened it yet. But yeah, there's nobody out and about in downtown Montgomery or Birmingham at 2 in the morning. So it's safe. It's relatively a safe city. Last year, there were no homicides in the city of Sarasota. Unfortunately, this year, we're halfway through the year and we've had 4, so things have changed for the worse. What has changed over the last year? That's an interesting question. Why was last year so much better than this year? I think the economy in general. I think it's an issue of the economy. Now, driving through here at night, there's a lot. This guy fell asleep at the wheel right here. You know, driving through here at night, you gotta really, really pay attention. The amount of people doing DUIs and stuff like that. Even if you got a green light, you might want to slow down and look after midnight here in Sarasota. It's bad. Especially along Fruitville. Fruitville is pretty crappy at night because it's the major east to west. Everybody was partying in downtown, going back into like Lakewood Ranch or, you know, further into Sarasota. Is this light ever gonna change? Man, I'll tell you what, man, I've been out you about half an hour, man. 3 or 4 seconds. I'm just here's a car flying. You can tell by how fast they're driving. It's a cop though. Oh, it's a cop. Okay. So that's another cop right there. You're kind of off the edge of the camera. It's a cop. I figure I'm running. That's kind of fast right there. But, okay. Now we're heading north on Washington. And we're going to go into the MLK area. I do a lot of Uber driving through there at night, too. Probably half the people are doing something illegal in that area. And it's not an exaggeration. The other half are just really good, hard-working people that go to work at 3 in the morning. Or 4 in the morning somewhere, you know, and it sucks for them that they have to live in a neighborhood like that. But it's all they can afford. It's all they get paid to afford. Oh, what's up, Mike? Hey, dog. The window up. I know the wind noise sounds horrible with this microphone. So now it is 2:16 in the morning. We're heading north on Washington. We'll slide through the M, the L, and the K. You heard me, boy. Lockwood Ridge is another crappy street at night. There's a lot of homeless people here at night. There's a few vagrants here at night already. Once you go north of downtown, it kind of goes downhill real quickly. Which I was thinking about Sarasota. Downtown Sarasota, it really goes downhill quickly at night. Let's see if I can swing around and show you guys how many vagrants are hanging out here. This gas station's always one to... I avoid this gas station right here. It's a Speedway just north of downtown. I usually just avoid this one. It's just not well lit enough. These lights in the back are always off. You got some people hanging out there. You got one guy on the ground there. You see at least 2 homeless people there. So once you get north of downtown, it goes down here pretty quickly. This gas station I avoided as a rule. I just don't go near those gas stations. It's just, from here on, it kind of goes downhill. Once you're north of downtown, it really goes downhill quickly. You got some homeless camps on Coconut and Central. You got some clubs around here that open pretty late, but they're kind of like more, you know, trashy clubs. More violent. There's a homeless person just sleeping right there. That's pretty sad. By that Popeyes. Just sitting lonely in the parking lot. Here's 10th Street. I think Martin Luther King is 17th? I can't even remember. Martin Luther King is up here somewhere. Here's 12th. Now I'm looking at US 41. There's a club here on the right that's like a Spanish club. They stay pretty active late. There's people here at night. Look at that. Kind of big crowds. Leaving that club at night. And then 12th right here. Okay, MLK's that next light up there, I'm pretty sure. I think, I'm pretty sure it's MLK. I think it's MLK. No, the next one's MLK. Alright, we're in the vicinity. This is 17th. That MLK was closer than that, but we'll go through here. Can't believe as much as I Uber drive through here, I don't even know where the crap I'm at. Yeah, MLK is a little bit further up. I'm not quite there yet. This is 17th. Put you in a little crappy area already to begin with. This area flooded really bad when we had all that flooding thing. This whole area here was underwater. Some spots back here were 2 feet underwater. Crazy to think. I think that up there is going to be Osprey. And then there's the projects. Yeah, Martin Luther King's still north of here. Sarasota overall is a fairly safe city. They just have a lot of nightlife that's pretty crappy. But nightlife is what a lot of young people want. There's a good thing for young people, nightlife, you know? Partying. This will be Osprey. Orange, my bad. Yeah, this tree was like underwater during that whole flooding thing. All this area is underwater. Then there's the projects. No, I Uber drive through there all the time. Never had a problem. But on a Saturday night at 2 in the morning, it could be conflictive. I'm always picking up passengers in the projects late at night. This whole area we're at right now, all this is underwater. You go into the projects through here. So you go into the projects. It could be kind of crazy. This is Newton. This is the worst neighborhood in the city. So we're going to go into the worst neighborhood in the city right now. On a Saturday night at 2:30 in the morning. And with Uber driving, it's not just driving. This is just driving through. People are like, hey, drive to those neighborhoods. Like, if Uber driving, you got to grab somebody in this neighborhood and put them inside of your car and take them to where they're going. Sometimes that can be a little intimidating. Wow. Some of these are one ways, but I don't think the Google Maps even ever guides you the right way through here. It's a lot of hard-working people in these projects. It's not all bad. I mean, like, just based off my Uber passengers, there's people here just hard-working people, man, just going to work. I pick up people here, and they're going to work at 4 in the morning, doing jobs that I wouldn't want to have to do. So everybody always draws a negative context of everybody that lives in the projects, you know, but I pick up people here all the time. Probably on a monthly basis, I'm picking people up in here, and I've never had a problem with the people I've got in here. None of them are able to tip, understandably. Crap, if you're living in a free government housing, it's not like money's floating around. But they haven't been problematic. I pick up one lady that she works until really late at night. There's a young kid that he works early in the morning, so I'm picking him up around 3 or 4. I'm always picking people up in here, and not a single one of them has been problematic. Nonetheless, it's still a really freaking scary, dangerous area. There's no doubt about that. Okay. Look straight ahead. Alright, this takes us out. These used to be like orange or baby blue. They kind of painted them all the same color recently. And they built new ones on the front. A lot of people who live here are just hoping they can get something in the front. I mean, this is not like the projects in Chattanooga or Nashville or Louisville where it's more crazy. It's more chill. It has its moments like any housing projects would. I think a lot of the people that live here have told me that people that, every time there's a problem here, it's somebody that doesn't live here. It's people that come to hang out here that cause problems for the people that actually live here. Here are the new ones in the front. Now, these look like luxury apartments over here. And the people that are back here are hoping that eventually they're going to get put into that phase up front. Which I thought they were going to just knock down the whole thing and do it, but this has like 8 years or something. I mean, a long-term project. It's not going to happen right off the bat. But nonetheless, I know it's an intimidating place to Uber drive from and to pick people up from, but I do it all the time. 21st. I think MLK is around 30th, if I remember. There's two cars coming. Let me get the crap out of the way. I can't remember what the street number is for MLK. I'm totally lost. I think it's around 30th. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's 30th. But the people that I've dealt with, I'm telling you, I've probably picked up 5-6 people in here, probably some of them more than once. Never had a problem. At all. But it is what it is. You'll notice that in the bad neighborhoods here in Sarasota, there's less people out and about than like Bradenton. See, that's what I was telling you about. This area really floods. You can see there's water there. Well, it's kind of very different than Bradenton. Like, Bradenton is more like homeless, vagrancy type of situation in the hood, and here it's kind of just like more like neighborhood activity or something like that. Okay, this is MLK. We're gonna go right and get back on 301. There's one spot here that's really active and lots of people hang out. Ooh, my windows are fogging up. What's a nightmare? Yeah, on this one, there's a spot that's really active. I don't know how many people are out and about at night. See, that's the thing about Sarasota. It really is a safe city. A lot of, can you imagine? It's 2:30 at night almost, and there's people just driving around Martin Luther King at night. You can't do this in a lot of U.S. cities. You know, it's really, these people are just walking around, hanging out. You can't do that in every city in America, dude. Sarasota really is a safe city. It's got its bad, you know, city this size is going to have bad areas and all that, but, dude, there's a lot of cities where you ain't going to walk around MLK at night casually. I think there's a little bit of homelessness around here. Sometimes you'll see people sleeping in the balconies and stuff, but it's not too bad. Person right here picking up cardboard or something, I'm not sure. Hangout spots are right up here. See if there's anybody out and about. Kind of empty today. It is 2:30. Kind of empty. Usually there's a lot more people hanging out here. It's kind of dead tonight. There's nobody out about here. There's usually a... Wow, there's a white boy hanging out here. That's crazy. I'm like, wow. There's a white boy hanging out here. I mean, that is fascinating. That is absolutely fascinating. There'd be a white boy here. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna swing around MLK again so I can get on. Let me see here. I'm gonna swing around MLK again so I can get on. Yeah, let's do that. Swing around MLK again so I can get on 41. And then 41 into Bradenton so I can try to see if that taco place. This place is open late at night. What do they got? Jamaican food open late at night. Look at that. I want to swing around Bradenton at night and you know, I'm telling you, a lot of American cities, you are not going to see people on MLK this late at night. You'd have to be out of your mind. Now, there's times where they really do got to shut this place down. It gets wild sometimes. There's times where it gets a little much out here. You know, it gets to be a little bit too much, and they have to kind of, you know, something happens and the whole thing gets shut down. You know, whatever. I like having my windows down, but with the recording audio, I know the audio gets distorted. This little area is quite the gem back here. Very splendid little area. These are all dead-end streets. These are some horrible streets right here. These dead-end streets that go to the right here. Dude, these streets are rough at night. I'll pull into one real quick, but actually I won't. You gotta be real careful. These streets back here are bad, man. These streets are something else back here. Yeah, these little streets that go into the right here. Something else. Bad to the bone. Overall, Sarasota's a real safe city. It's got its bad neighborhoods, but It's really, compared to other American cities, like I said, there's some of these American cities yeah. If this was like Baton Rouge or freaking Montgomery, you'd be like on the edge of your seat driving through here at night. People will be throwing beer bottles at you and like, you in my hood, no! Here, people ain't really with that crap. It's just, whatever. Some idiots driving around, Uber driving or something. You know, they don't really care. It's not that active. There's only been 4 murders this year, which is a lot. But, you know, for a city of 50,000 people, that puts the murder rate at 8 per 100,000. That's above the national average. Hopefully it stops. I think anything over 10 is bad. So if we had one more homicide within Sarasota city limits, then you have I think anything over 10 per 100,000 is like, okay, not going out tonight. Or be more careful, you know. But if it were to continue this trend, it would be 16 per 100,000. If they had 4 more bodies this year here in Sarasota, I hope we don't. Look at last year. 0 people got killed in Sarasota last year. Already 4 this year. It's very disappointing. Not off to a good start. Hopefully it stops, because at the current rate it would be, which, you know, realistically it stays about the same for the rest of the year. We're talking, we would have, it would be 16 per 100,000. That's not great. That's like as dangerous as Jacksonville, for example. And now, Sarasota is not as dangerous as Jacksonville in a general sense, but that's what it would take to be on par with them as far as murders go. But it's not the same. It really isn't. I can't emphasize that enough. It would be a little misleading, because all that is happening in like a 2-mile radius in north of Sarasota. It's not like the whole city's like that. But nonetheless, it doesn't take much to go from a great city to a bad city. You just have to have enough people doing bad things, and your town goes to crap real quickly. I hope it stops. I really do. Because this isn't, I pay a lot of money to live here. I pay a lot of money to live here, and I want to be safer for my white folks down there in Lakewood Ranch. I don't want to die. You know, like, I pay a lot of money to live here. You know, we're just gonna have to do something about that, or my rent's gonna have to go down a little bit. Let's just go down there and renew my lease. Well, we've had 4 murders this year. That's we're gonna need a $400 rent decrease. There's no places open late at night. What are they selling? There's one spot back here that I don't understand why. There's always homeless people that I have to pick them up. I'm always picking up homeless people from there at night. I'm not sure what attracts them. Somewhere in this area up here. I'm not going to say exactly where. Somewhere in this area, there's always one spot. I'm always picking up homeless people there. I'm like, I wonder why you'd be there at 4 in the morning, Larry. Larry, you crack, smoke, and kick. I'm sorry. Calm down. Okay. Larry can do better than that. Larry can do better than that. Water. And here's US 41. And I can guarantee you, things deteriorate rapidly as you advance towards Bradenton. It will deteriorate considerably. The other day I got an Uber passenger drive at 3 in the morning out of the airport because there was a flight. Let me just drive by the airport. Maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea. There's somebody sitting on a bench there. They're probably homeless. So sad. They look elderly too. That's a sad. Like I'm a person. Like, if I see a young person on crack, I'm like, oh, look at that crackhead. But if I see an old person, man, come on, elderly out there. This Burger King failed right here, dude. That's crazy. I'm pretty sure it failed. I've never seen any cars out there. So US 41 now heading towards Bradenton. Things probably deteriorate very rapidly here at night. Around here, this is not an area you want to live in either. Now, the area we're in is African American. Up this way, it's a little bit more like white and Hispanic. I don't think it's as much black down this way. It's like a mixed area. It's a little bit of everything. But this area is another really bad area of Bradenton. You can see a lot of people, just homeless people walking around late at night. People just hang out in parking lots. It's a liquor store, but they're just hanging out in front of it. It's probably closed already. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Oh my gosh, look at this. This guy's speeding, and then there's a motorcycle, whatever. See, it's got a really bad aspect. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not the best part of it. These people are all speeding. My goodness, look at this. They're probably all leaving the nightclubs right about now. It's 2:30, so these are people leaving the nightclubs drunk and high, pilled out. A lot of these little crappy motels around here. It's a pretty crappy area. It's all like cheap motels. Cheap motels. It's not a great area. And tourists, when they come to Sarasota, they have to drive through because we're right in front of the airport. I'm gonna drive through the airport and I'm gonna see if it looks like there's just homeless people sleeping right there. What are these people doing out and about? Oh, that poor girl, she is just all over the place. You saw her? Stumbling, dumbling down there. I tell you what, you'll see girls walking the streets here at night. It's crazy. Now, they're really slick. They know how to do it. You know, they know they can. They do it in a way where there's a cop going that way as well. This area doesn't really get patrolled all too well. But that's the other thing. They patrol the tourist areas. You know, they don't really patrol this crappy little part of town. Oh, all those people are definitely speeding. Those people are going 20, 30 miles above the speed limit. This area here is pretty crappy. We're almost to Bradenton, and you can just every other building you'll see like a homeless person sleeping outside. Or dude, they're really speeding. A lot of tourists stay in this little area, but it's not the best area to stay in. The Ringling Museum is here. You'd think with that it'd be a nice area, but there are houses on the left side of the road on the water that are into the millions, but what's all that got to do? If it's a crappy area, it's a crappy area. We'll drive through the airport and see if there's sometimes a late flight arrives or something. This person here, they're moving a bicycle down the road late at night. Probably got a flat tire. This gas station's oh, I missed the airport turn. They got this close. They might have it close. I think they got the entrance closed, but the exit into the airport might be open. Let's see. This is the Uber waiting area, and there's a few cars parked here, but they're not going to be Uber drivers. They're going to be people that are homeless and sleep in their cars. So this is the Uber waiting area. There's 5 cars here, but I can almost guarantee you they're not going to be Uber drivers. They're going to be people that are I think what I'll do is, if there is somebody... Oh, it's almost been an hour. If there is somebody... I'll know if there's... Like, I'll drive through and I'll see if there's... Sometimes a flight will come in really late, and then like at 3 in the morning, there's like all of a sudden a rush to get picked up from the airport. I'll drive through and see what it looks like, and if it looks good, I'll turn on the Uber app. If it looks bad, we'll just drive through. But the north side of Sarasota is where the airport is. And it serves Sarasota and Bradenton, so anything north of here, which is, if we kept driving in the direction we're heading in, would be Bradenton, and then everything south of here is Sarasota. So we're kind of, the airport serves both cities. It's right in the middle. It's called the Sarasota Bradenton International Airport. Kind of small and very effective. Now the Uber app gets mad at you if you're doing, actually I forgot that, the Uber app will get mad at me for doing this, but if I have it on. But I guess if I just randomly turn it on there, they can't really do anything about it. What they don't want you to do is hang out at the terminal if you're an Uber driver. They don't want you doing that. Which I'm not going to do it. I know how to, you got to keep it moving. It's weird, like all of a sudden, like a late flight will come in. There'll be just loads of people flying into the airport. Loads of people flying in if like a late flight comes in or something. It's either going to be completely dead or a complete madhouse. What is a cell phone lot? What does that even mean? Does anybody know what a cell phone lot means? What's a cell phone lot? Is that like a staging area where you can wait for somebody to pick up? I think they're building onto the airport eventually. I think we're getting new flights as a thing. we're getting new flights to upstate New York, Des Moines, Iowa, which I'm excited about. There's already a lot of people from Iowa that visit Sarasota. Des Moines, Iowa. We're gonna get a few new flights. Quite a handful of new flights. We'll see if there's people here or not. Probably not. It's completely dead. See if there's anybody waiting at the waiting area, and there isn't. So yeah, it's completely dead. Wheelchairs spread out and about. So if you're homeless and need a free wheelchair, consider this there. There's nobody here. It's either completely dead or it's a complete madhouse. Today it is dead. Nobody here. Let's keep it moving. Keep it moving, Shawty. So they blocked the entrance out. You used to be able to drive back into the Uber lot, but they've got it closed right here. They got it closed. So I guess they did that to prevent Uber drivers from looping through here, which is something you'd want to prevent. Now you have to go all the way back around if you're an Uber driver, you know, doing a loop. Okay. That's it. Very effective. Quick in and out airport. If you've never used Uber, it's interesting. Most drivers are not going to be as cool as me. They might be a little creepy, and that's what you get for Uber. I don't even know how they hire me. I don't know if I'm creepy. Hopefully let's keep going, dude. I hope the Mexican place is open. I know it's kind of late at night, but if, what's this Mexican place? A little Mexican place I like. Doña Betty in Bradenton. See if she's still open. And you'll see like things when you cross into Bradenton how it like really deteriorates pretty bad. We're still in Sarasota until we make this right turn up ahead. The Sarasota Manatee line. Well, actually, the road we're on is the Sarasota Bradenton line through the expanse of the whole city, except for by the airport where Sarasota city limits and hop in a little north. So, okay, so we're back over here, and it's probably why they closed off that little entrance to go back to the Uber lot. It's just to prevent people from doing what I just did. It makes it a lot longer and less attractive for Uber drivers. A lot of people speeding. I'm speeding. Can't stop, it's all I know. Interesting thing. So, I'm just gonna throw this out there. Here's the airport runway on the right. Interesting little thing. So, somewhere around here on the north side of the airport becomes Manatee County, and then we leave Sarasota addresses and go into Bradenton. Now, there are some Sarasota addresses in Manatee County. Don't ask me how that works. I haven't figured it out yet. But there are there's a few areas that are in Manatee County that are Sarasota, not Bradenton. Don't ask me how that works. But right around here, you leave Sarasota and enter Bradenton. Probably at about where that light is up ahead. Very quiet night. Not too many DUIs tonight. I think they've really stepped up police presence in a lot of areas like right adjacent to downtown. There's the line. Bradenton, Nixon. I think we're in Bradenton now, finally. And it just goes downhill. Bradenton's way worse than Sarasota. Even for Uber driving, it's just dives around here. Late at night. You better be ready for some crap out here. And then you get to Palmetto, it's even worse if you just kept going for a while. Let's see if Doña Betty's is still open. Bradenton, take me home. Bradenton. I think we're still in Sarasota though. It might be around here somewhere. Here somewhere. I think we're around here somewhere. I think the line's right around here. There's the line right there. Wow, can you believe I timed the video if I wanted to stop it perfectly at an hour? But we're gonna keep going. We're in Bradenton now. This is Whitfield here. Or Whitefield, I'm sorry. I don't know how they pronounce it. Oh, locals always pronounce things differently. I'm going above the speed limit. We're about to get past. Porque te quiero. Boom! And sorry. Snap out of that. Okay, so I was going to tell you what I was going to tell you was what I'm finna tell you, man. Okay, so when I Uber drive, you have to cater to the customer. You know, a lot of people will tell you exactly what they want to listen to. You know, I have the Google. They can see that I have the Google Music, and they tell you exactly what they want to listen to. Kind of starting to feel weird listening to rap music around black people because it always has the word, and I feel like it feels weird to listen. And I know, like, it feels weird, and it's never really bothered me. Look at that guy, he's just zigzagging like a maniac. It's never really bothered me in the past. I think, you know, as you get older, that person's clearly homeless, sleeping on a bench late at night. It's 2:45 in the morning, so if you're on a bench this late at night, you're not waiting for a bus. Hopefully Down Betis is still open. I've started to feel weird listening to rap around black people when the word comes around. It feels like, maybe I'm wrong, but it feels like almost like if you listen to their music has to have that, and that's the only way you can have their music. And I don't know how to explain it. It used to never bother me, but as I've become more mature as an adult and just have a different level of respect for people, and it used to never bother me, but it actually does start to bother me if I'm listening to a song or they want me to listen to something and that little phrase comes up. Oh, there's people out here, bro. It's still open. Should I be eating tacos? Oh, the smell is intoxicating. Welcome to Bradenton. This is packed, dude. 3 in the morning. It's packed. Dude, this is more than packed. This is like, wow, everybody's here. Half the town's out here. It's going to be a long way, though. I don't know if I'm running for a long way. It's going to be a long way. Look at this line, dude. This is how you know you got a good taco stand, when there's this many people late at night. This is like the whole city came out for Betty's Tacos tonight. That's just like that big juice. If there's a really, I might just get one taco, one steak taco or something. Not even like quesadillas, just like one taco. The whole town came out. Look at this. This parking lot is packed, bro. They have a good reputation, so. All I got is $8 cash. I was like, I'm just gonna grab like maybe like a taco or something. I'll park right up front. I usually like to back in places when I go out late at night. It's packed. It's gonna be a long line though. Used to always be Spanish people. There were all these white people showing up. Not that it matters, but not that it should matter, but oh, let me get into the parking spot right here. Not that it matters, but it's just ruined my vibe. All these white folks coming out here and doing something that's supposed to be just ours, man. Alright. Well, hipsters discovered Betty's Tacos. I don't even know if I want it anymore after the hipsters discovered it. Alright, y'all. Hope y'all liked the video. Check it out.